And one more thing worth mentioning, too, is that it says Murray is not allowed to take damage. Doesn't mean you can't take damage with anyone else in the job, so there you go. So if you're playing as Penelope, then you can take some damage. But if Murray takes damage, then the challenge is null and void. And of course, just like with the previous thing with the Cooper Vault and the Gauntlet and stuff like that, I will be utilizing save states in between phases. And when it comes to the part with Murray dragging the van from the top of the hill to the safe house, I may try utilizing save states in stages. So the beginning is stage 1, then stage 2, and then finally stage 3. It really depends on how things go, but that is my plan for utilizing save states and trying to get this done as quickly as possible. Nice miss. Can we please get the thing? Thank you. So yeah, as you can see, we did unfortunately take some damage as Penelope while flying her RC chopper, but again, no biggie. Not a big deal. The trophy specifically states you can't take damage with Murray. I saw it on TV. Alright. Yes, Penelope is quite the adorable character. Hopefully she won't get ruined in Thieves in Time, am I right? Or am I right?
Oh, man! How I've missed you! Don't worry, I'll break you out of your icy prison!
Okay.
Careful, Murray. The locals seem to be on to you.
I also realized I forgot to make a save state here. Whoopsie daisy. Well, better to make it now versus taking damage at an unfortunate time frame. I'm kind of surprised that worked. Chaos control!
It's no use, Murray.
He wasn't paying attention to what I just said, but the fake laugh did not sound very good. Yeah.
Forget the van. You'll never make it.
Believe me, we will get to playing through Sly Cooper Thieves in Time sometime down the road. As far as when, not 100% certain yet.
Okay, Murray.
Alright, on to the next phase. Let's make ourselves another save state. And this is when Murray cannot take any damage. Granted, that same held true for the previous phase, but you get the idea. If Murray takes damage, then it's all over. And it's over! I hate myself. Alright, let's actually do this properly now, please. I suck with the hook, I honestly do. There we go. Just have to stick by Murray and everything should be hunky-dory. There we go. Bye! Oh, come on! Wow, that was complete bullshit! Talk about unfair. My god. Didn't even see him until it was already over.
Keep pulling as hard as you can. I'll try to clear the way.
You know what? I think what I'm going to try to do now is just spam the claw and pray to God. I'll pray to Sal's God and maybe he'll answer my prayers. Either that or Peter Pan. Well, either way, I'll figure something out. Okay, since you're going from the back way, I think I will leave you be. I did learn something rather unique recently, and that is only up to 5 guards will spawn. So, if they are behind Murray, his van acts like the best shield to ever exist. In other words, all hail the mighty shield! I can't believe I did not fail there. That's fantastic. If the enemy starts going around the van, then we have problems. Okay, case in point. Okay, thank God, no rooftop this time. Come on, Murray, just a little bit further. There we go. Oh my God, thank Christ that phase is over.
Oh, we're so close.
You did your best.
And that's not even the hard part. The hard part begins now.
Get out of there. Save yourself.
I will.
Oh my God, man. I
I
hate this challenge so goddamn much.
At a father's heart. Would that I
And unfortunately, the whole
king.
difficulty sliding system, aka the dynamic difficulty thing, that is not a thing with whenever you're replaying jobs. And even then, even if you do activate it and you restart the job, I don't think it would contribute towards the trophy, which is rather unfortunate.
You vile dogs will not hurt that man. The Panda King forbids
Okay,
it.
just gotta be careful with the fire rate. I thought about making a save state right there, but you know what? This is fine. It'll work. Alright, let's try clearing out some of the enemies first before we take down the barricade. Okay.
Come, vermin! Rush to your doom! The Panda King reigns again!
Okay, that was way too close for comfort. Go away, please. Damn it! I knew that was gonna happen too. Oh, and one more thing worth mentioning too. Rocks count as damage. Keep that in mind. I say as he takes damage because I wasn't paying 100% attention to the frickin' hippo of Holy Majesty.
Be careful with those fireworks, Panda King.
I'm not making sense right now. What can I say? I'm just sick of this challenge. And we have to do it again for the Master Thief challenge too. So that makes things even worse.
You vile dogs will not hurt that man. The Panda King forbids it.
I got an idea. How about we wait a little bit, wait for the guards to come to the spikes, then we'll blast them all away. Alright, so we have up to 4. There's the 5th one coming. Of course, Murray cannot be fast. Well, he is dragging a multi-ton van with his brute strength, and it has like a sheet of ice attached to the bottom of the wheels, so of course that makes sense. Plus, who knows if the van is even in neutral? I mean, it does use a manual transmission rather than automatic, so there is a possibility that he's able to drag the van perfectly fine, just on sheer brute hippo strength alone. So, that is a very real possibility.
Reigns again.
Here's what I'm going to do now. Since I am getting so close to the end, I'm going to go ahead and make another save state right here. Plus it. Yeah, that... I agree. If he was able to pull it quickly, then that would make things way too easy. Especially if you're trying to do this damageless. Back off, vile fiend! And he got hit. Of course he did. This is why I made a new sort of save state at the beginning of this part of the phase, because I'm just saying I don't want to go through all of that crap again. I say as we're going to be going through some of that crap again. Alright, let's lock in and hopefully not screw up. Oh, and by the way, I'm not sure if this was already mentioned or not, which I'm sure the characters already have mentioned it, but anyway, friendly fire is a thing. Be careful. Don't fire too close to Murray, and you should be fine. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and make another save state. I'm going to put it right here on slot 4. Right, of course. Right at the very end. Behold the almighty van! I say as I screw up yet again. Good job. Ah, God damn it, he got tapped. He got tapped by a rock. Of course he did.
Ow!
Dickweed. That's what they are. They're all dickweeds. How much further, Murray? Please get the van inside. Oh my God. Oh, thank God it's over. And that's just for the frickin' trophy. Honestly, the Master Thief challenge is easier by comparison. I'm dead freaking serious.
No, thank you, Panda King. You can ride in my van anytime.
God damn, that was
like
wuss.
a great honor. I accept.
God damn. That was just trash. But hey, at least that is finally done, and we got all of the miscellaneous trophies, thank God. I just gotta select the right thing. There we go. And all the remaining trophies are completing all of the Master Thief challenges for each and every episode and viewing the gallery for all of them as well. Alright, now that's finally done. Time to begin the Master Thief challenges. Starting, of course, with an Opera of Fear. And when it comes to the Master Thief challenges, many of them involve you completing a certain mission under either a time crunch, a health crunch, or both. That's typically how they work. However, there are some special challenges that require you to do something completely different. And we'll come across those as we continue to go through each and every challenge. So with that out of the way, let's start our first one. Canal Chase Expert Course. Defeat the Blue Viper boats without taking significant damage. In other words, you have less health. You have less health versus your normal run-through. So you start at 50% health as opposed to 100%, which is fair. But in terms of overall difficulty, it's not that much harder. You just start with less health. And funny enough, there are some missions which, believe it or not, you can restore your health in some of these expert missions.
Scratch one Blue Viper.
Makes you wonder, though, why didn't they also include a time limit? I have no idea. But either way, this first challenge, it really is not difficult whatsoever. And if you want to know how you unlock these Master Thief challenges, it's for completing the corresponding jobs. So for the Blue Viper Expert Challenge, you just have to complete the Blue Viper job. And also the final challenge, or the final Master Thief challenge for each episode, unlocks after getting the treasure map on the episode 5, Dead Men Tell No Tales. After that, then you can start taking on the expert challenges for each of the corresponding episodes. Bada bing, bada boom, you are golden. And there we go. First job done. Awesome. You did it! Congratulations! Nice. Now for the next one. Destroy all the reservoirs before time runs out. Let's go!
Press the L1 button to go into ball form. Hit the X button on impact to keep your bounces high. I'm projecting some markers to help you find the tar drums.
Like a ballerina!
More like a grasshopper and a ballerina. Also, you are under a time crunch. Albeit, the amount of time that you have does reset for each of these things' destruction. So, you don't have to worry too much about the time limit, so long as you know what you're doing when it comes to bouncing around like a big freaking pink ball of doom. And also be careful and try not to land on the roof, unless you absolutely must. Just saying, that will ruin your bounce, most of the time. Unless you know what you're doing, in which case you can get a good bounce after hitting the roof. Boom, baby, boom!
That tar drum didn't know what hit it. In a peaceful sense, of course.
Right. Better than when we first took this on the first time. That's excellent. Alright, one more to go.
The environmentalist will send a thank you card.
Also, be careful and try not to land in the water, otherwise the challenge is as good as failed. And done. Boom, baby! 147.83. Not bad. Definitely no world record run, I'll tell you that much. But that's not why we're here. Now it's time for the next one. Tower Scramble. Get to the top of the tower and knock the balloon free before time runs out. And with the Feral Pounce, you can definitely get this done pretty damn quick. I say as I fail miserably. Good job. Again, if you know what you're doing, you can really break some of these challenges into a million pieces. Especially if you're combining certain moves in Sly's arsenal, like the Feral Pounce. And it looks like this one's gonna be a fail. God damn it. No, really? I thought I had a little more time. Oh well, it's fine. Okay. I really wish there was an easier way to reset jobs, but unfortunately you can't. The only thing you can do to reset a job is to intentionally go for a dip. Go for a dip with Uncle Dip. Afterwards, you can try again. God damn it. Yeah, there's no way this is going to work now. Also, the time limit is pretty damn strict if you're doing this casually, like a filthy casual, like me. But again, if you know what you're doing and you don't screw up, then you should be fine. Okay, that was good. Nice skips. Lulu skip to my loop.
A solid.
Boom, baby. 33 seconds. Nice. Whew. Okay, that was a little rough. Now for the next one. Coin chase. Collect 20 coins while keeping up with Octavio. Fortunately, his rubber banding is really, really generous, so you can definitely collect a lot of coins throughout the course of this chase. Hell, you can even go out of your way to grab a few coins from enemies upon their defeat, if you want. That's fine. I didn't need that extra coin anyway. Would have been nice, but it is what it is. Really? No coins from the environment there? Well, I suppose I'm not supposed to be rewarded for environmental destruction, but hey, it is what it is. Also, defeating a few enemies may not seem to be such a bad idea. In fact, it's highly encouraged that you defeat at least one. That way you can get a few coins to spawn from them. Alright, we're at 21, and we should be fine. We should be good to go. We just need to head over to Octavio's location, which, again, thankfully the rubber banding is really generous. And also, so long as you keep up with Octavio, this is considered a high score challenge. Once you meet the objective, then your high score is recorded. So our score is 21. 21 blackjack. Not bad. Alright, next we have speed bombing. Destroy the vacuum pumps before time runs out. It's best to wait to take on this challenge until you have the grapple cam upgraded with the cannon. That way you can cheese it. Alright, let's do this.
Looks tough. Might take some more bombs.
Who needs bombs when you have guns? Time to go guns a-blazing!
This is getting serious. Better hurry it up with those pipes.
Okay. Guess we'll have to finish this the old-fashioned way, and that's perfectly fine with me. Okay, that was a bit overkill. Okay, good. Not the fastest time, but who cares? The challenge is complete, that's all that matters. On to the next one. Octavio Canal Challenge. Defeat Octavio in the vehicle canals under time pressure. In other words, we need to defeat him during this phase of his battle within the time limit. Which, that shouldn't be too hard. And thankfully, you're not under a time crunch either, so no need to worry about that. Also, the amount of time I believe you have here is roughly 1 minute and 30 or 1 minute and 15, somewhere around that ballpark. Not sure, but either way, you got plenty of time. So long as you manage your fire rate well, then you should be fine. Also, remember to lay off the trigger if you absolutely must. He's almost done. Not you! Haha! Awesome. About 55 seconds, not bad. Alright, next we have Octavio's Last Stand. Defeat Octavio before time runs out. This is gonna be a fun one. And also, we have to deal with unskippable cutscenes.
He's too fast. Lure him into the tar pool. That should slow him down.
Oh, nice. Also, don't be afraid to smash around the environment a little bit if you absolutely have to. And utilizing chaos control is not a bad idea.
Moving to the next tar valve.
Okay, come on, Sly. Hurry up.
Draw him in. I'll let loose with the tar.
Honestly, when it comes to the difficulty of this challenge, you're more likely to run out of health than you are of time. But it doesn't mean that you can take your sweet time with the fight. You are under a time crunch after all. Ow.
This one's out. I'm moving to another valve.
Okay. At least I managed to get a few more hits in.
All set with the tar.
Just one more thing worth mentioning here is Octavio is invincible if he's outside the
I saw
tar.
some more valves over by the
If
pump
you
station.
happen to
Follow me
lure him
refresh
into the
supply.
tar, then you're free to get a few hits
Without
in.
the tar, I'll crush you boys like a box.
Sure, whatever you say, Octavio, my good sir. Also, if you happen to find any health power-ups just before you reach your destination over here, then great. If not, well then, kind of need to lock in. Also, get used to hearing this repeatedly. Listen to the song of your death! Remember, get used to hearing that ad nauseum if you suck at this challenge. Well, hopefully that person will not be me.
And die.
Come on. Chaos control! Again, chaos control can be super helpful when it comes to getting at least one free hit in. Doesn't mean that it's
This one's
perfect,
out.
though.
I'm moving to another valve.
Alright, come on, Sly. We don't have all day.
I'm ready. Lure him in.
Of course I got hit. Damn. I'm surprised that didn't work.
It's dry. I'll unlock the next one.
And here I thought you would be able to get a free hit in after activating Chaos Control, but no. Instead, it just makes him hang out in the air
The tar is
because
ready to
he's
flow.
apparently a helicopter. Come on, man.
The valve's empty. I'll crack another.
I'm kind of surprised that worked out as well as it did. Alright, come on, Sly. One more
Draw him
valve.
in. I'll let loose with the tar.
Whew, barely made it. But hey, that's episode 1's Master Thief challenges. Where is... Oh, right. There's still one more. Still gotta do Venice Treasure Hunt. Use your treasure map to follow the clues and find the hidden loot. And as far as what the loot is, it's the power of friendship. And also, you do need the treasure map power-up. And you need to have it equipped before you can even begin. Okay, centered on a trap to a watery grave below, the large clock face starts the path up for the bridge. In other words, we need to find said location, and then we can actually begin the hunt. And thankfully, you have the whole map to explore, so if you're looking to farm a few coins, grab a few treasures, just like that, a nice piece of candy. Let's see. I think this is where we need to start. Is it? I mean, it sort of looks like a clock tower. Setting on a trap of a watery grave below large clock space starts up half of the braid. That ain't it. Oh, and by the way, if you happen to target the or push circle on the wrong spot, then the game does kick you out of map mode until you bring it back up again. Thankfully, you're not under a time crunch to complete this treasure hunt, or really any of the treasure hunts. It's just a matter of finding out where to start and going from there. And obviously, if you die, well then, you have to start all over. Now, again, where is the clock tower? The clock... Setting on a trap of a watery grave, large clock space starts at path of the brazier. So, taking the words from the clue there, at least our starting point should be like towards where one of the water traps are. I've already examined roughly 2 of them around here, and unfortunately they were not the ones that we were looking for. They were not the droids we were looking for, unfortunately. Alright, let's try this one. Nope. Yeah. Uh-oh. Huh. Okay, maybe that was what I was looking for. That was our starting point. Okay, thy blow in the wind hanging by a thread. Make 4 paces away from them onto solid ground. Let's see. Nope, that ain't it. Well, at least we have our starting position, so let's see. Look down the alley that leads to a point and take 14 paces. So it has to be roughly in this direction. Also, do not be afraid to exit map mode whenever you see a flashlight guard or Carmelita head your way. Just saying, better safe than, well, perished. Also, taking out a few enemies along the way may not be such a bad idea. Okay, like the pool of the moon, this draws you closer by 16 paces. 14, 15, 16. Stay away from the police. Take 9 paces to put some distance between the cops and the robber. Next, walk away from this towering structure for 6 paces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, the tar could erupt again. Move 11 paces away from the spout. Okay, final clue brings you 6 paces closer to the eternal struggle of man versus beast. So in other words, the fountain. Boom. Done. Awesome! Let's get some spaghetti! Sweet. Mission complete! And that's another trophy added to the collection, and episode 1 is now 100% complete. And we'll worry about opening up all the galleries once we complete all the Master Thief challenges for each and every episode. Now, on to episode 2. Rock Run. Complete the rock climbing course under time pressure. Let's go!